Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's a sizzling start to the week with a supersized dose of juicy hot topics. And Empire star Terrence Howard's legal battle with his ex-wife has taken a nasty turn. Yahoo's Nick Axelrod is here with the inside scoop on the shocking new allegations. Plus, celebrity hair guru Harry Josh shows us how to rock the hottest spring hairstyles of our favorite stars. Now, here's Wendy!
So I see the Beijing flag. All right now. Hi. Welcome to Monday. Thank you for watching. Clap one time for my co-host, my studio audience. Fantastic. Good. I'm doing terrific. Let's get started. It's time for... You know it. Did you have a nice weekend? Terrific. Me too. I want to shout out to everybody in Atlantic City that I saw. Shout out to everybody who came to see my Brigada sit-down show Saturday night. Shout out to the Brigada's room service. Sumptuous. And a special shout out to Atlantic City's Mayor, Don Guardian. The mayor presented me with a bench, you know, on the, you know how they have the benches on the boardwalk and they're drilled down. So he presented me with a bench, and now all I saw was the plaque. Then they have to put it on the bench, and I asked the mayor. Mayor Don said he's going to do the right thing. I said, well, if you're going to put my bench someplace good, please don't put it like at the end of the boardwalk. It's a 4-mile boardwalk. Do you know what I mean? Because I do want to, I live in Jersey. I'll come down and check to see if there's gum under the seat. I'll wipe it off and stuff. I said, can you please put it in front of someplace sumptuous to eat? Not a T-shirt shop, and, you know, not a taffy shop, but someplace with some good victuals. Like, so anyway, shout out to you, Mayor Don. I'm trusting you that it'll be someplace good, and then I'll come down and see it. Keep clapping for the end of an era. American Idol is over! Truth be told, it's been a struggle for me, too. I mean, I think I watched the first season. But my thing about singing competition shows, I'll be very honest with you, coming from radio and being more of a music insider than a participant in purchasing music, I am so cynical to singing. Because there's people who work across the street at the veterinarian hospital who sing better than some of the people that you hear on the radio. You know? And you really can't put a button on it. Is it that you have to sing well and be cute, or you don't have to be cute, but you can just sing well, or you don't have to sing at all? All you have to do is be cute and have daddy in the business? Like, I don't know. So these competition shows with this thing, like, I don't care, because you can put anything on anybody's face and get in some plastic surgery and push them out there on the radio. But anyway, so here's the thing, though. All right. And I love everybody in this picture, right down to Ryan Seacrest, who was the host along with another gentleman. First year, you remember there were two of them. Ryan survived. I love Jen, Harry Connick, I love Keith Urban, but you all can't save a sinking ship. And so next season will be the last season of American Idol! Yes, yes, Lord, yes. The beehives are on the swarm. But aren't they always? Like, you can't say one thing about Beyonce without the beehives. Those are her super fans, for those of you who don't know. They're attacking Rita Ora, but look. No, well, you like that? Okay. Sidebar, so I watched 50 Shades of Grey this weekend. Now, I know we gave away the DVDs on Friday's show, but it turns out that it was on demand. So I watched it on Sunday on demand. Now, let me just say, you know, Sunday's Mother's Day. We stayed over at the Borgata, so there was no cooking. I had the room service, and then we zoomed back to Jersey, and then Kevin scattered. Leave me alone. So after a little Sex in the City marathon. Okay. So it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I pop on the on demand, and Rita Ora played Christian Grey's sister. She only got about 3 minutes of screen time, but I still think that was a good look for her. You know what I'm saying? This movie is so damn overrated. I have to tell you, like, that's an hour and a half of my life I will never get back, but because I committed to the movement in the name of womanhood, I've got to watch the second one when it comes out too. Like, but the way it ended so stupid that are you serious? And also, you know what? I do have a different opinion of Jamie Dornan. Remember last week we were talking about should he do full frontal nudity? They were going to order him $1.5 million. They don't need to order him nothing. They need to tell him you do the full frontal or get out of the movie. And this is why. First of all, I wasn't as attracted to Jamie Dornan as I need to believe I need to be for a weirdo dominatrix. I can't figure out how he even ran his enterprise. All he thought about was sex. Now, I read the book and everything. And also, Dakota, they put that girl out there butt naked, frontal. We saw everything on her, but we see nothing on him. It just comes from a place of being horribly sexist, and I get that, you know, that might be how the book was, but we need some frontal from him. Not because I care, but just because I think that even Steven needs to be even Steven. And again, I say, how difficult is it to seduce a 21-year-old virgin? You know, it's like everything Christian Grey was not impressive. Like, if this girl had been around the block a bit, you know, then you have to really work to impress an experienced woman. But you don't have to work that hard to impress a girl. Anyway, 50 Shades of Now. Anyway. Back to Rita Ora and the Beehive. So, look, pictures have surfaced of Rita Ora hugging Jay-Z from behind. Now, see, a hug is not just a hug, everybody. I venture to say a hug from behind is way more intimate than a hug from the front. Because even as a married woman, you know, you can go up and give a man a hug and give him a kiss on 2 cheeks, and your husband's standing right there, but you know to create separation. Don't linger, don't stare him in the eye too much, whatever. But a hug from the back, me and Suzanne both agreed. I agree. Absolutely. Like, that is and she's all short, so she's up in his neck breath.
Yeah.
And grabbing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this was after the Met Ball. Clap if you think that a back hug is too intimate. And I don't, you know, I give young people a pass for a few things, but I don't give you all a pass when it comes to certain things like flirty, because you all are out there doing the most, okay? You know exactly, Rita Ora knew exactly what she was doing, and it apparently pissed the Beehive off. I'm sure, you know, Beyonce might stay peeved because women come around him and they don't know how to act, and as opposed to swatting them, you know, like he should have taken her face and threw it over, you know what I'm saying? Like stop. That's what, like, when you're married, you have to have your SWAT game up. Don't you? You gotta SWAT. Anyway, Beehive, calm down. Although you do have the right to be on the swarm. Rita Ora, please don't clap back at them. You know they will sting you. All right. Lindsay Lohan's jail time. Have you heard about this? Well, the update is that she's coming to Brooklyn. All right, no, well, it's time for a Lindsay update. Hit it. So it was just last week that I was telling you that she's only completed 18 hours of her 115-hour community service obligation. Remember, I was telling you it would be impossible for her to complete it over there because they only allow you to do 4 hours at a time, and they're closed on the weekends. But the crime for which she's doing community service for is here in America. So she's leaving London, and she's moving to Brooklyn to finish her community service. The only problem is that she still hasn't been spotted here. Now, you know, we are fanning out. We here at the Wendy Show. My Wendy watchers in Brooklyn, please help us fan out. If you see anything, say something at wendyshow.com. So, apparently, in this rehab place, or this Freudian slip, in this, what do you call it? Community service place over in Brooklyn, she'd already apparently started some community service there before she moved to London, which is why she's going back there. And this place is also open 7 days a week, and she's going to do 6.5 hours a day. So so she might be able to get this community service done. Now, she's known that she was going to do Brooklyn as of last Thursday, so you would think that she would jump on the Concorde. Is the Concorde still alive? Or something like that, something fast. You would think she would jump on a plane as of like last Thursday and get over here, and today would be her first day of community service. But no, I think that she still needs some jail time, and I think that she's very disrespectful to the law and what's required. You know? As opposed to staying off social media and getting over here and starting community service, she's busy posting beauty tips on Instagram this morning, talking about how auburn hair with the orange shows off your green eyes more. You need to really stay off social media, Lindsay, and you know what? You just need jail time. A little something, something, right? A little something. Maybe like a weekend, Memorial Day weekend, just you know, someplace hardened, you know. Anyway, George Clooney and Amal, there have been rumblings about this marriage being in trouble for quite some time. It's less than a year old. I must say that the problem, well, one of the problems that's come out is that he loves sports, and she hates watching sports. See, why is that not a problem in most of our houses? I take my nail kit and I go in the other room, and I get on my girl TV, and I am fine, honey. Like, really? Like, just because your man is in the house watching sports doesn't mean we have to be up under each other, you know? Anyway, Amal does not like watching sports. She tried to get into some sports earlier in the relationship, but they only dated for a year, remember? So they probably didn't know enough about each other to begin with. There's some people who are older, though, who could marry within a year. I do believe that. We're older, we get more decisive. But I think that for George and Amal, they didn't know each other very well. I think that she fell in love with George, this George right here with the good hair, and he probably smells really good, and he has on a suit, and he's the king of Hollywood, and, you know, sophisticated. He's got that Italian villa and whatnot. And I think that he probably fell in love with her scholarliness, you know, her beautiful auburn hair. She looks natural, like she hasn't gotten anything done. And, you know, in Hollywood, a lot of times when guys are surrounded by that, they want somebody more natural. And, you know, sure, she's able to have a terrific political conversation when they go to the White House. And sometimes people talk about him wanting to run for public office. She'd make a good first lady of something or another. So I believe that they fell in love with that side of each other. And she failed to realize that deep inside of George Clooney, I feel it's like 75% of him, based on what I've read and followed through the years, he's a frat boy. And there's nothing wrong with that. He likes to wear basketball shorts and doesn't use deodorant, and probably, in my head, on the weekends, probably doesn't wash his hands before going into the refrigerator, right? I'm just saying, you know, sometimes, don't say, ooh. Some of us deal with that, whether it's that we have sons who were trying to say, wash your hands. Why are you touching that? Anyway, you know, he's the type that likes to have his boys over and play basketball out in the back and, you know, use his T-shirt to wipe his forehead, and then he wants to come in for a hug, and she's like, ew. So I don't feel as though they might have known each other too well. And then people and me have been talking about Amal's weight for quite some time. Because this right here, okay. The first picture I showed you is the old Amal. Thin, but looks like naturally thin. This right here looks like, this is my opinion, this looks like stressed out Amal. You know, I mean, she is rivaling Rancic in this right here. She looks like she's like normal over here. And so what I've been reading, I don't know whether this is true, but I can kind of believe this. The pressures of being like a first lady to a first gentleman of Hollywood are overwhelming. He's always surrounded by, you know, Hollywood beauties and supermodels and people who, you know, those chicks out there, a lot of them, they out in, how you doing, Beverly Hills? You know, a lot of you all make it a full-time job to battle to see who's the thinnest between the throwing up and the amphetamines and the pushing food around on the plates. I read stuff. And I see stuff. I don't know what is going on here, but wow. That's sad. Amal, you need a sandwich. And then one last thing I heard about their marriage, allegedly, you know, she promised him some sort of let's have a baby, let's get started thing, and now that they're married, she's like, no, I'm busy. I'm professing at Columbia. You know, I am busy. So I don't know what's going on, but we are watching this relationship, and I wish them well, but good luck. Amber Rose called herself dropping a bombshell about her ex Kanye West. Well, she says that he doesn't write his own lyrics. I don't know, you know, it's not hard for me to believe anything these days because I've been covering celebrity behavior for like 30 years, but that's not difficult for me to believe. But then she recanted and said, I don't need to talk after the Crown Royale and whatever she had mixed with it. So she was apparently tipsy and the paparazzi ran up on her. Here's my thing, Amber, dear. Amber, I liked you better when you didn't talk. I mean, and Amber, I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean this in a Wendy way. I mean, you know, I say what I feel, and I'm going to say this right now. You were a much better look when you said nothing, when you were that mystery woman, gorgeous with that hair. You were way more mysterious then, and now you're just another video vixen, thought-y, stripper-y type of... All I'm saying is now that she's speaking, she's like the rest of the... Okay, you said it, not me. Okay? Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, it just so happened to be that was during the Kanye years. But remember, she used to wear some really nice glasses, and her body was sick, and she wouldn't say anything. She would just hold his arm, and everybody, young, old, black, Indian, white, Puerto Rican, we were all like, who is that girl? Who is that? She's beautiful. And then you started talking. That's all. Good morning, Amber. Shout out to all of our friends watching in Europe. You know, oftentimes I feel as though Americans really do need to loosen up and be more like you all in a few ways. Well, like, I don't mind a man in a Speedo. Not my man, but I'm saying, you know, like, you don't go to the Belmar Beach in Belmar, New Jersey in a Speedo, but you do go across over there and wear your Speedo, right? If you are a woman of a particular size and you love yourself, you still don't go to the Atlantic City beach with a bikini, right? Because we as Americans, we don't, I do, but everyone else doesn't seem to allow that. See, me, I say bon vivant, live and let live. But, like, when you go to Europe, you can see the fattest lady on the beach. She's got on this little tiny bathing suit. And I don't know about you, but I'm just like, more power to you, sister. I wish we could do that in Jersey. So, I say all that to say, Heidi Klum revealed that her father filmed her while giving birth to, it's fly season, while giving birth to all 4 of her children. Now see, this is a European thing. I couldn't exercise this Europe. Like, I would not want my father in there film. Why couldn't you just hire a videographer, like a stranger? I would rather a stranger filming than clap if you wouldn't mind your dad sitting south of the equator with a camera for 4 kids. Clap if you don't mind. Oh. You're nasty. I'm closed-minded to that. But keep clapping. We've got more great show for you, everybody. Listen, I want to share something with you. Something special that we're doing right here on the show through the month of June. We're getting help from our friends at Aaron's, and we're giving away a room in June. That's our contest each week. Have you been dreaming of a bedroom makeover, or do you need some new living room furniture, maybe that big 65-inch screen smart TV? Well, if you want a chance to win a room in June, log on to wendyshow.com and tell us why you need to win a room, okay? And you might end up owning it. Yeah. All right, so coming up on the show today, celebrity hairstylist Harry Josh is here. He's going to show us how to get Hollywood's hottest hair trend. Plus, another Wendy watcher is going to be given a chance to win up to $5,000 in our Spring Cha-Ching. But up next, we've got the inside scoop on you, Terrence Howard. Don't go far. Coming up, Joan Rivers was a great friend to the show.
I remember my husband, we would be making love, and he would call out another woman's name. And worse, she would answer from under the table.
Now, Melissa Rivers shares hilarious and heartwarming stories of her mom.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
Welcome back. So it's time for the Inside Scoop, and here for the first time with juicy stories from Yahoo Style, say hello to our friend Nick Axelrod. Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Glad you made it.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about Terrence Howard and the feud with his ex-wife getting nasty.
It's getting really bad.
Really bad.
Really bad.
Go ahead.
Terrence Howard is claiming that his ex-wife blackmailed him into getting more spousal support, and he's got proof. They were only married for a year. They divorced in 2011, and she got 5 years of spousal support from him.
Who does that? So what secret does she have over his head?
Well, he's saying that when they were going over the negotiations, she threatened to expose naked pictures and videos of him if he didn't cough up more money.
Okay, you know, not for nothing, and I've been thinking long and hard about this. I'd rather that you expose that than I give you one more dime. I'm sorry. Really.
Well,
They don't have children together?
They don't have children together. He has three children with his last wife, and he's expecting a child with his new wife. But he has a recording of her saying, and I quote,
Go ahead.
"I can make a good $2 million right now. You want to see your little bleep out there in front of TV?"
Excuse me, what's her name?
Michelle.
Michelle, girl, we've seen his little bleep. He's hung like a button. Listen. Excuse me, when you go home, go look at Get Rich or Die Trying. He's full frontal, and all I have to say about that is regardless of what he's obviously confident in the man that he is.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously.
And
I don't like blackmail, and I don't like Viper girls like this. She makes us all look bad. They don't have any kids together, and they were only married for 1 year.
1 year.
Terrence, let her expose whatever she wants. We've got Empire to do.
There you go. Well, it all
Finish
comes...
the quote.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Finish the quote. It's you bleep with me way too much, I will bleeping bury you deep in the ground. And it's even worse, he's actually claiming that he has recordings of her saying that she'll expose to all the women in the world that he has an STD.
Well, if he has it, then you have it, girl. Number one. Number two, that doesn't scare people off anymore. They use their condoms and they continue on. Michelle, you are less than smart. Terrence, I'm not necessarily on your side, but I don't like women like this. Can you handle her? Yeah. Make this go away.
He's only got 1 more year of spousal support.
I don't care. Let's talk about Teresa. I'm hot. Please, hurry. Go ahead.
Teresa Guidice, her Jersey Shore house has gone into foreclosure. It's sad, but get this, we might be able to buy it because it's going up on the chopping block May 19th, and the starting bid is $100. So basically, Joe and Teresa, they bought the house in 2005 for $347,000. They put it on the market last year before she went to jail for $315,000. It didn't move. They took it off the market. And now also, you know, her current mansion that she filmed the Housewives on is on the market. You reported last year that she had gone on the market for $3.99 million. They took a price hit, $3.4 million, didn't move. Now it's back on the market for $2.99 million.
It's also not near anything, so be prepared. I mean, I know you think, like, North Jersey, you'll be able to come right over the bridge. You know, it's buried in the cut, so you have, like, an hour commute to get to the bridge.
And there's also some bad juju there.
Oh, very bad juju. I wish Teresa well. I don't know where she's going to live. She could always talk to the Manzos, though, and live in the upstairs apartment of the Brownstone.
Well, she's got to be on house arrest when she gets out December 23rd, and she's got to be on house arrest for 2 months when she gets out of prison. Well, where's she going to hang her little ankle bracelet?
Well, but what better place to be on house arrest than a catering hall?
That's a good point.
Endless food. Okay. Gee, what a pickle.
I know.
Okay, Demi Moore has been robbed.
Demi Moore is the latest celebrity who's been victim of a Hollywood heist. So basically, her assistants went to a storage unit that she has in North Hollywood, only to find that $200,000 worth of couture, one-of-a-kind, irreplaceable clothing had been stolen. The weird thing, though, is that the locks were completely fine. There was no breaking and entering kind of situation. Right. So Demi allegedly thinks that someone at the facility is to blame.
Or one of her assistants.
Or one of her assistants.
I mean, you know, because here's my thought. When you put stuff in storage, everybody knows that you're not coming to visit your storage unit, you know, once a week. You might go there 3 times a year. So they know they have all the time in the world to figure out how to pick the lock or use a bolt cutter and then put another... I could see this being an inside job. This is what... Do you have storage units? I don't like a storage unit. I like to keep an eye on all my stuff in one room.
You like it where you can see it?
Yeah, I like it where I can see it. Well, that's too bad. Irreplaceable stuff. $200,000.
But the problem is that they don't even know when this happened because they haven't been to the unit in 6 months.
Yeah.
And there's not security footage of the unit that goes back that far.
Yeah.
So they're kind of in a pickle. I called one of my couture experts who sort of can judge the price of things just because I wanted to see how much are we talking about with $200,000 worth of items. She said for red carpet gowns, that's only 3 or 4 pieces.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe 10 cocktail dresses.
Yes.
So it shouldn't take her that long to come up with a list of what she lost. And
she was probably saving them also for all of her daughters.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Well, Nick, you did a lovely job.
Thank you.
Axelrod, everybody, for more juicy stories like this. Go to YahooStyle.com. Hot Topic Sound Off is next. Don't go far. Hot Topic Sound Off. How you doing?
How you doing? Hey, Mrs. Hunter. I'm Veronica. I want to sound off on Rita Ora. First off, B is not worried. However, Jay-Z is a married man and it is inappropriate. And if it was me, I'm going to tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to roll up on my man from behind in public or private and smile with your eyes. As a grown woman, Rita Ora should check herself.
Absolutely. Thank you. My co-host always had opinions. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Colleen. How you doing?
Hi, Colleen.
Hi. I'd like to sound off on George and Amal. Okay. Amal just needs to realize she has the same problems a lot of wives have. She needs to go and find her interest, maybe watch some Housewives, some Kardashians, and then leave him alone. He's Mr. Hollywood.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with a man watching sports all day.
Not true.
You know, they stay out of our hair. Okay, thank you, Colleen. We have time for one more. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good.
I'm Nikki. I'd like to sound off on American Idol. I totally agree with you. I believe that Idol, it should have ended yesterday. The talent is lackluster. You know, they're cutting their salaries. The judges haven't been the same since, you know, Paula, Randy, and Simon. I love J-Lo's fashions, and I look forward to that, but I can see that in magazines.
Yes.
So I'd like for Idol to have several seasons.
Yes. Thank you very much. This is what I love. We have time for one more quickie. Come on out.
Hey, Wendy, I'm Dolores. How you doing?
How you doing, Dolores?
I just want to sound off on Heidi Klum. I'm a mom of 6. Nobody belongs south of that curtain.
Exactly.
And I'm glad that you agreed with me.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Up next, everybody, we're going to show you the season's hottest hairstyles, so don't go far. On an all-new Wendy, hot topics, all fun, no filter. That means you can really turn up and get loose. And she was our favorite therapist on The Sopranos. Now it's Lorraine Bracco's turn on the couch.
Wednesday on an all-new Wendy.
We've partnered with Aaron's to give away rooms in the Win a Room in June contest. Need a new living room with an RCA 65-inch smart TV and other electronics? Or a new laundry room with a state-of-the-art Samsung washer and dryer? Go to wendyshow.com and tell us why you should win a room in June, and you might end up owning it. Hair for some of Hollywood's biggest names like Kate Hudson and Sofia Vergara. And now he's here to show us how to get the hottest spring styles. Please welcome to our show, celebrity hairstylist, Harry Josh. Hey, nice to see you again, Harry.
Thank you, darling. Always a pleasure.
So let's get started with Jennifer Lawrence's wavy bob.
Can I tell you, this bob is the haircut of the moment.
Yes.
Every single girl is cutting their hair off for the summer. And what's really changing it from that kind of traditional 80s bob that we're trying to stay away from is the texture. It's that beachy, wavy texture, and a lot of women don't even know how to get that texture.
Tiffany, do you know how to get it?
No.
Okay.
Well, you know, and now we're going to show everyone at home how to do that. Really, it's about not only having a haircut that's razored out. The traditional bob that we saw in the past was very blunt. And you see this ends are very texturized.
It's choppy.
So it's a little choppy. It's a little rock and roll. You got to chop into it. And really, it's about having a texturizing spray that creates that kind of bedhead, sea salty spray.
And it looks like you have to have something to bend it to.
Absolutely. This iron is going to do the trick for a lot of people at home who've never used an iron like this. You don't even need this contraption. You can just take it off. Think of it just as a wand. And all you're going to do is just literally wrap your hair around the wand, pull that end out so it's straight, and drop it. And literally, that's all you got to do. And you're going to have a perfect texture. Use some sea salt spray, rough it up, and you're good to go.
Yeah, the sea salt feels good too. Not too
sticky. Not sticky. This stuff is great. Get it at any drugstore.
Okay, this is John Frieda.
Yeah.
Our models are from the studio audience. My girls are gorgeous.
They are
Francesca.
beautiful.
Hi, Francesca. How you doing?
All right, so, you know, next we're going to talk about the top knot. The top knot is about mixing two textures. Sleek, frizz-free, primed hair that looks expensive, and then a messy knot on top of the head.
Okay.
The reason why I did it, not put it up yet, is because I just want everyone to see how simple it can be.
Okay,
you literally,
first of all, it's not really on the top of her head. It's more back here.
Well, she has a lot of hair, so I did it slightly further back. But if you've got finer hair, you can definitely put it up on top. And literally, all you have to do is just grab your hair, as messy it is, the messier the better, because you really want to create this kind of like really cool, undone texture.
Do you know how to do this for yourself?
Oh, I try at home, but not too successful.
You know, and if you're like, you know, you spoke about Rita Ora yesterday, or earlier today, you know what, at the end of the day, she wears a lot of these top knots.
She does.
And you know what's really great? If you start pulling out these kind of things, the stuff that make it look more interesting, having it really sleek and looking at just kind of wild on top, and that's going to give you a really great finish.
Cute. Nice job. All right, our final model is Hannah. And how you doing, Hannah? So what are we doing? We're doing Beyonce's fishtail.
We are. No, it's a basic braid. And I'll tell you what makes the basic braid ordinary to extraordinary. It's all in the details. So we do what we normally see, a nice polished wave, but having this kind of detail in the front, pulling it out, and then separating it, roughing it up a little bit, and then taking this and also roughing it up. You don't want it to look too pretty.
Right.
You want it to look cool, like I didn't care.
It's intentional.
It's intentional. So you just by roughing it up and creating this texture, finishing it, of course, with a nice light spray.
Hannah, do you know how to do this for yourself? What is the matter with you girls?
These are easy looks
hair. These
that
are
look amazing.
Easy.
Effortless and so easy to do. And you know, a lot of women out there don't realize how simple hair can really be. At the end of the day, these are all really, I picked elementary, basic things that, like you saw me whip that up.
Yes.
There's no rhyme or reason. It's all about keeping that one smooth, keeping this one rough, keeping that one beachy. It's so simple, and everyone's got to try a little bit.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's your hair for the spring. These are some great tips. Everybody in our studio audience is going to go home with a bag filled with John Frieda products. Harry, nice to see you again.
As always.
For more information on these looks, go to wendyshow.com. Ask Wendy is next. You really don't know. There's so much more of The Wendy Show at wendyshow.com. Watch must-see moments, catch my after show, and enter for your chance to win some amazing free stuff. Check out wendyshow.com today. Wendy, except for you. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Taylor. How you doing?
Hi, Taylor. How can I help?
Thank you.
No, you keep going.
Thank you. So my boyfriend's a very picky eater. All he eats is like chicken and pizza. Chicken and pizza, that's all. So even when we go out to like fancy restaurants with my family, he'll either order something that's a kid's meal, something similar, or nothing at all. So, you know, my family has caught on to it, you know. They notice that he's just not eating, and they'll make fun of him, they'll poke at him, and at this point, he's insulted. Like, he doesn't even want to come out to eat anymore.
And how long have you been dating him?
3 years.
And how old is he, 12?
He's my age, 22, so, you know, it's a little embarrassing.
Same difference compared to old Aunt Wendy, okay?
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
So, yeah, I just want to know, like, how do I approach my family about this? What can I say to, you know, have them, like, you know, ease up on him? And...
Well, I don't think family are people that you have to approach. You know, you're stuck with family. You don't have to think of a way to approach family about this. You just tell them, you know, just leave him alone. And as far as him, I wish he would eat more adult food.
Yes.
But the idea that he doesn't, just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Eventually he'll be hungry and he'll want something to eat. But you know what? With the family, just tell them, stop.
Yeah.
Like, and have that conversation with them before the next time you go out. And him sitting there and eating nothing is also insulting. Like, I wish that he would grow up, but you know, that's your man. You have to you have to deal with his basic behind.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Wendy.
You're very welcome. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Kathleen. How you doing?
Hi, Kathleen.
So, Wendy, this is my question for
Okay.
you. I have a girlfriend. Her and her husband were married. They had a little bit of a rough patch, like often people do.
Yes.
And the husband decided to give himself a pass. Stepped out with one of the neighbors.
A neighbor?
They are now divorced.
Okay.
And he cheated on her. And my girlfriend still doesn't know about it. Should I tell her?
Okay, wait. So do the four of you all still live in the same area? You and the mistress and the wife and the... Well, clearly, it doesn't sound like the mistress was the reason for the divorce. It sounds like she was just a little something that he did, but there were bigger problems.
Yeah.
So your friend is not going to gain anything by knowing that the neighbor screwed around with it. Like, she doesn't need any more on her plate. See if you can hold that story close to your vest, okay?
Okay.
Do you think that the neighbor and the man are still messing around?
Absolutely not. He's done with her.
See, that's so listen, this is a shh between me and you and you. Don't tell anyone. All right? Very well. Hey. Wait, come on out.
Okay.
So people can see your split. Okay.
Hi, Wendy. My name's Tiffany. How you doing?
Hi, Tiffany. How you doing?
Okay, my question, I'm going to have a little more serious of a question. It's about me. I'm recently dating someone new. We're from completely different lifestyles. I'm from the suburbs. My parents are extremely strict. He's from the street life. So he's ready to move things to the next level. He wants to meet my parents, be integrated into my lifestyle, and I'm not sure if this is 5 minutes or if this is my future. So should I take that step and introduce him to my parents?
Absolutely not. No, it is not time. Because once upon a time, there was a girl named Wendy. And she fell in love with a thug cat, too.
Oh, no.
You know, somebody from a different side of the tracks than me and you, right? Am I getting this correct?
100% right.
I waited 6 months.
Okay.
And at that particular point, I knew that whatever my parents had to say, I would slam down my wig and leave. Like this is my new guy. You will respect this, you know. And so they did. And you know, 21 years later, it is what it is.
Yes.
But I will say this to you, and this goes for everybody. This goes for everybody. I don't care whether he comes from the same side of the tracks as you or not. 2 months is too soon to be introducing anybody to your parents. I say give it 3 months before you know whether you want to move on.
Okay.
And then another 4 to 6 months. You know, anything after a year is insulting now to the person that you're dating.
Yes.
But, you know, move slow, okay? 6 months is fine, okay?
Thank you,
All
Wendy.
right. Okay, good luck. Girls do love a bad boy, though, right?
We do.
Okay. Spring Cha-Ching is next. Anyway, everybody, welcome back. It's time to play Spring Cha-Ching. This is where one lucky viewer could win up to $5,000 on our big wheel. Let's get today's contestant on the line.
Hello.
John Starks from Grand Rapids, Michigan. How you doing?
How you doing? No, push now. I can wait for you all day.
Hi, John. So
Hi.
So you're today's Spring Cha-Ching contestant. Have you been watching our show every day?
I have.
Okay. Do you take notes while you're watching?
I do, and my wife helps me.
Okay, very good. All right, let's find out how much you're playing for. Let Suzanne spin the wheel. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Big money for Jack! Come on, Jack! Big money, Jack! Come on, baby. Big money, Jack! Big money, Jack!
Come on! Come on! Come on! Go! Go! Jack! Jack!
Yes.
Jack, you're playing for $5,000. Jack, I hope you and your wife took good notes. Okay, listen very closely because this is going to be difficult. You're going to have 15 seconds to answer the following question, and your first answer is your only answer. Okay, Jack?
Okay.
Okay. On Friday's Hot Topics, we were talking about the R&B star The Weeknd and his new relationship with Bella Hadid. What is The Weeknd's real first name? And go! I said it. I said it when I was doing the story.
Line to be.
No, I'm sorry, Jack. The Weeknd's real first name is Abel, like Cain and Abel. Don't worry, Jack, because we're sending you a $250 cash gift card. Thanks, Jack, for playing. If you want to play like Jack and get a chance to win up to $5,000, go to my Facebook page to enter and keep watching every day, every detail, because we might be calling you. We'll be right back. Such a good time. What a way to kick off the week. I want to thank my guests and my fabulous co-host, my studio audience. Tomorrow, one of my faves is coming. Melissa Rivers is stopping by, plus another Wendy watcher is going to have a chance to win $5,000 playing Spring Cha-Ching. And you know I've got you covered with all the latest juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.